What's up, everybody? This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13, and it's Allison's 2017 Ford Focus RS, and now it's for round 2. You saw the headlight build and the fog light build. What else should she possibly do to this car? And I'm going to answer that question real quick by saying Starlight headliner! All right, there is a button down here in the center console, and if you're wondering why it is just arbitrarily randomly located right there, it's because you can't get a button in the kick panel, and this whole big thing, this is where the OBD2 thing is, and that's the airbag, so you don't want to put a button in any of there. And unfortunately, even behind this panel is all solid except for one big opening right there, so that's where the button goes, and when you push it, the halo goes on, and now we have a Starlight headliner. So it is, of course, absolutely stunning and beautiful, and what's great is that this is pretty much right on the tail end of, you saw the Tacoma that I posted recently, and this is back to the way that I like to do things. It's just such a dramatic improvement and difference in output. So let's start going over some of the run-of-the-mill facts here. This is a 500 star kit. There is no shooting star. It is RGBW. They are all beautifully installed. Of course, they're behind the visors. This is the factory material for the headliner cloth, so I did not get to reupholster this. I was kind of bummed about that, but it was already a black interior, and so she was happy with it, so no black suede for me this time. But let's talk about this sunroof, because okay, so we got a bunch of stars here and we got a sunroof, and does it open? Absolutely, but I'm not gonna lie, when you start getting around this far, you start to feel it push on those fibers. It doesn't pop any of them out, it doesn't break anything or whatever, so it's totally a-okay, as long as you don't mind like a big dead zone spot. Coming in from the back seat looking forward, this is what it looks like. It's pretty much what you'd expect. Stunning and gorgeous. So let's go back over the control. We have a physical RF remote, which is super reliable. We can hit red, we can hit green, we can hit blue, and then we got all those other colors. We got jump 7 right here, and this is fade 7, so it's gonna fade between the 7 primary and secondary colors. We've got flash, which we definitely don't need, and this is a really dumb one. And then we got music, and this is breathe. So we hit the white and we get nice pure white right here, and then we hit white again and we get RGB mixed white. And as I have said on all the other Starlight headliner videos that I have done, I love this RGB mixed white, but I'm not gonna lie, I also have a really soft spot or a hard spot, depending on how you look at it, for the pure white mode. I don't know, I just really like the blue in a blue car. What can I say? Alternatively, there is the app on the phone, which is this guy right here. So if we hold up the app and I can move my thumb around the color wheel, and you see it corresponding to what's going on the headliner. Here's the twinkle speed. It is in fact on a 4, so if I put it down to 1, you see how much slower it is now going. That's cool. And as an interesting observation, I think the maximum twinkle speed on the Wiedemark kit is actually faster than the Lighting Trends kit, for whatever that's worth. And using the app, here is the pure white, and then I can click right there, and this is the mixed white. So we do have the ability to do both pure white and mixed white through the app. All right, so I'm going to turn off the headliner for a second here and then bring out the flashlight. So as I was saying with the previous video, is that this one you can actually see a bunch of dots when the headliner is off. A little bit of a chicken pox vibe going on here, but let's use positive associations. I don't know, let's say it's the starry night. It's snowflakes in the dark, I don't know. But what I'm real proud about this particular install is, better than all of the previous ones, is the detail in which I did every one of these stars, where I did the bell end or the mushroom tip, whatever you want to call it, and they are super flushed in there. So you can actually run your hand, but every single one is as good as I could get it, pushed down below the surface of the fabric, or at least even with the surface of the fabric, so that they don't snag on you. And that bell end, I really feel, diffuses the light just a little bit better and makes it so that when they come on, they just shine out so bright. So let's move on into the trunk and discuss the installation of the light engine itself. So this trunk layout actually worked out really well for me for the installation, because when you lift up this false floor, you've got the OEM premium audio systems, and then that's the Starlight engine right there. And so what I did was I had to make this slightly recessed into the foam. So you can't really tell, but I hand routed that section down because it was just a little bit too tall previously. And so now it is below the surface that the false floor rests on. And the fiber optics plug right into where you'd expect there, and then they fire out through there, up inside of this panel area, and then through through the C-pillars and into the headliner, yada yada. The only thing that I really had to make was this one little beauty panel, this little trim cover, because apparently the original design of this is so that this could be like a little pocket area. So similar to this side, I guess you could store something in there. I don't know what. To me, it just looks like something where things are gonna fall down there and get lost, but whatever, it's a Ford thing. And I upholstered that in the black suede, and that's honestly just because I ran out of black carpet. But that's the install. It's super easy, super clean, and the effect is super sexy if we look back from here. Like, oh my goodness, who doesn't want this in their life? Oh, and one last thing, because this isn't even related, but it is related because every time I remove a headliner, I have to do sound deadening on the roof. Well, I'm pretty sure that about wraps up everything I want to say about this install. Pricing and product information for this particular install will be in the video description, so if you're interested in a Starlight headliner for yourself, be sure to check that out. All build requests must be submitted via the form on my website. The website link will also be in the video description. If it needs to be said, this is a local only service. I am not shipping headliners to anybody, since that is unfortunately commonly requested. I don't understand why. But I do require the car in order to do this process, so you don't have to live local, but you have to get the car to me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I hope you have yourselves a wonderful evening and happy holidays to you. I'll talk to you later. See ya.